Now that we've looked at the dashboard, let's go ahead and start setting up the actual page. There's two pieces of advice that I'm going to give you that I want you to use throughout the course. The first is consistency. We want everything to be consistent, and it'll make more sense as we go into the next section of the course, but for now, take note of how you are listing your information on this page because we're going to be using that on other websites. The second is whether you are setting up this profile or profiles that we'll be using later in the course, fill out everything. If they give you the option to add information, fill it out. Complete it fully because full profiles are going to help rank your listing. It's going to help Google take you seriously. So if they give you the option to do something, take advantage of it. So let's go ahead and start by clicking the edit button. We'll see here we've already entered the business name. Under the address said there's a problem, please update it. It says they cannot find this address. This is in fact the correct address. That actually looks right about where it is located. So we'll click OK. And this looks a lot like what we did in the beginning here. We can go ahead and obviously we didn't add in Centerville, which is where the business is located, and click Save. Now let's go down. We have the phone number here. We want to enter the URL. This is very important to note. This particular website, their URL is livelonandprosper.com. Now notice I did not add the www because that is not their website. Your website could be http:// www.livelonandprosper.com, or following the HTTP, there will be no www, and it will just have the domain livelonandprosper.com. Go to Google, type in the URL, see what shows up in your browser. This is the URL that you want to use consistently because search engines view the www version of a website and the non-www version of a website as two different websites. So let's make sure that we are using the correct one. They give us the option for more contact information. If you have another phone number, you can add that here. We're just going to leave that one alone. So use your main phone number and one that you feel comfortable using across different directories online. Also, just jumping back to business name and address for a second. Business name, make sure this is your legal business name. Do not add any other keywords here. For instance, in this case, Live Long and Prosper is the name of the business. Notice I did not say Live Long and Prosper in Centerville, Virginia, or add in landscaping Centerville. I did not add any keywords. I am only using the legal business name. If you start stuffing your keywords in the business name or you use a name that is different than you're going to be using on some other directories, this will cause Google to flag your page and it's going to hurt your rankings because it's not going to match what else you have online. So don't do it. There's no reason really to cheat the system. You absolutely can rank. So let's just stick with what works and not do anything spammy. Here you're going to want to enter your hours of information. Here they do 6 o'clock a.m. to 10 o'clock p.m. is what they have listed elsewhere. I'm going to add in Saturdays. They do the same thing, 6 o'clock a.m. to 10 o'clock p.m. And I'll do Sundays as well, 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. So I'll go ahead and save those in. Just double check all that is correct. Now when you're listing your business hours, remember that when your business shows up in the local pack, it will display your hours. It's going to show if you're closed. It's going to show if you're open. So people will be able to see these hours without clicking through to your website. So make sure that you're just listing the accurate hours. Now in the introduction here, you absolutely want to include this field. I recommend that you write about 250 words here that gives an introduction to your business. Do not copy and paste anything from your website and paste it in your introduction. Make sure that this is unique content. It can be similar to what you have listed. Of course, you're still going to be talking about your business, but make sure you completely rewrite it. 250 words is not that much, but it can really make the difference here. So make sure you're using unique content. At the same time, you do want to include some of your targeted keywords that you believe people will be searching for, keywords that you have researched. But again, just like you wouldn't keyword stuff on your website, you wouldn't try just to throw in a whole bunch of different keywords just for ranking purposes. Make this natural, make this nice for searchers who are going to be looking at this information. So don't be afraid to list out your most popular services that people might search for, and just make it easy to read. So focus first on the user and second on search engines rather than the other way around. You can also include a couple links here. So if you have links to a popular page on your website, say your list of services, or if you have other links that are external to your website, so if you have the Better Business Bureau, let's say, or you already have rankings on Yelp, go ahead and add a link directly to that in your introduction. So again, about 250 words. I'm going to come back and add that in here so that you don't have to just watch me come up with my whole introduction. So we'll move on and I'll click Done Editing.